We've been receiving footage from the members of Nuestra America Flotilla, these far left and left-wing activists from Western democracies that have been arriving to Cuba. They say that they are worried about Cubans, even though Cubans have been going through the same situation for years now due to the collapsing socialist model that the island has had since 1959. And once again they have proven to be hypocrites. They are staying in accommodations in hotels that Cubans would never be able to pay. They are having this huge receiving by the Cuban regime because, of course, they are being used by the Cuban regime. They don't care about the human rights violations. They don't care about the over 1,200 political prisoners that the Cuban regime is holding in their jails. They don't care about the millions of Cubans like me who have had to leave the country for a better life and to be free to speak their minds. They don't care about anything of that. They don't care about that, of the fact that Cubans haven't had the opportunity to elect their government freely since 1948. They don't care about that. That's why the regime is receiving them. They don't care about the fact that we Cubans wouldn't be able to do what they are doing. We wouldn't be able to travel to Cuba freely and organize protests. We wouldn't be able to do so. So basically they're being instrumentalized by the regime, and they're proven to be hypocrites because they don't care about Cubans at all. They just care about their political agenda, and they're using my people for that end. And that is very infuriating to me. I think that in the end they are proving the nature of the regime by what they are doing. So I don't see how that's helping Cubans at all. Like, why didn't you guys take all that aid in 2024 when the first national blackout took place? My neighborhood was for 3 days, straight days, without electricity. I had to go to a hospital to be able to charge my phone, and they dismissed us. I had been there for 7 hours in a line to be able to charge my phone, and when I finally got to charge my phone, they dismissed us because the power of the hospital ran out. Where were you guys in 2024 or in 2025? There were like 6-7 blackouts in 2025. Where were you guys? Like, you're going now because Trump is the president of the US, but where were you guys in 2025, in 2024? And even before that, there were national blackouts due to hurricanes and other causes. Where were you guys? These guys have proven to be hypocrites. They don't care about Cubans. They are using my people for their political agenda, while Cubans are starving, while Cubans don't have a say in how the government manages the economy or anything at all. They are just whitewashing a communist regime that has lasted for 67 years. 67 years, and they say nothing about it. And that's really infuriating for me and all the Cubans who have had to escape the island, to have a barely normal life, because we will never have a normal life while they are in power, because we have our family, our friends back there. And they are using all of that people that is suffering because of a 67 years long regime for their political agendas. And then they will come back to their democracies and they'll be able to spread the propaganda from their regime, while my people stays there in Cuba without having a say in how the government is managed, without being able to see their families that had to flee to have a better life. So I really hope that we Cubans unite more, and finally we end this communist repressive regime in 2026, sorry. It's been way too long, and it's just infuriating that these people that don't know anything at all about my country are allowed there to get in such a hard time to whitewash the regime that made many of us escape. That's just unacceptable.
Te invitamos a seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales como @contextocubano en Facebook, Twitter, Instagram y Telegram, y a suscribirte acá en YouTube. Vamos a seguir ampliando nuestros espacios de difusión sobre la realidad de nuestra isla.